So when you think about bookkeeping and building wealth, you have to understand that your business is personal, right? So you got to make sure that you are ringing in the money, meaning the profits.
Right.
And you have to make sure those profits cover both your business as well as feeding your family. So
Hey guys, welcome to Accountability on Demand podcast. It's your host, LaShawna West, and we're back with Entrepreneur on the Rise. I have a special guest. Introduce yourself for the people.
hey y'all, I'm Shay. I'm the CEO of the Money Council and DigiSuite Council, and I help emerging CEOs build wealth.
Man, the brand story on fleek. Man, sis been working on her messaging. Okay, sorry, that was a sidebar. No, like, I'm really big on us communicating who we are, what we do. And so my antlers be up when it don't be a lot of rambling. It just be like, in a pocket. So I heard what you said, but tell us what you really do, with spa professionals. How do you support them?
So when you think about bookkeeping and building wealth, you have to understand that your business is personal, right? So you got to make sure that you are ringing in the money, meaning the profits.
Right.
And you have to make sure those profits cover both your business as well as feeding your family. So I help beauty pros understand exactly how they can budget so that they can make money, so that they can pay themselves and not live check to check.
Oh, I'm not even a beauty pro, right? But I'm like, shoot, I need to be a beauty pro so I can work with sis. What made you get in this area of expertise? Because I know you could serve anybody. What made you pick beauty pros?
So I picked beauty pros.
I said broody.
So I picked beauty pros, one out of passion because my mom was a beauty professional.
Gotcha.
And she decided to be a stay-at-home mom and she gave up her career. So I felt if she had that personal accountability to understand exactly how to work the numbers so she could do both, she would have been more successful. And then my dad was also an entrepreneur with being a handyman, right? So he also lived check to check. And I was just always fascinated with money since 9. Fun fact, I was a school bank teller at 9. So that's how I got into the whole money, financial literacy and everything. And since then, I've just wanted to support entrepreneurs, but beauty pros specifically because my mom was a beauty pro.
Got it. You know what's so crazy? I think most of us entrepreneurs, CEOs, six-figure earners, millionaires, billionaires, our business buds and starts from what we grew up seeing and that what we wanted to change, right?
Yep.
So I'm a business therapist and I help entrepreneurs pinpoint the mindset blocks that's stopping them from growing, launching, and scaling. I specialize in mindset. I truly believe that if we can change our mindset, we can ultimately change the world.
Agreed.
Because perception is reality, and I say that a lot. How I perceive the world. Right now, guys, I could be perceiving, oh my God, I don't know if she really wants to be here. I'm nervous. That's going to make me show up like this. Welcome to Accountability on Demand podcast. I'm so glad you guys are here. Can you introduce yourself for the people? Who the hell want to listen to that, right? But when you're confident and you know what you do, she's like, I help beauty pros stop living check to check. And that's what I want us to literally be so confident in what we do that we scream it from the rooftops. So when you think about confidence, how is that connected to people and money? Woo!
So confidence to me is more internal work that you then outwardly project, right? So confidence and money work hand in hand in the sense where if you're not confident in the ability for you to project yourself out into the world, nobody's going to trust you with their hair. Nobody's going to trust you with their face. And as a result, that impacts your money-making capability, which ultimately impacts your bottom line, right?
Ma'am.
So you have to have that confidence in order to project out to the world from a sales and marketing standpoint, from a messaging standpoint, for there to be clarity around how you speak and project in order to bring in the revenue and in order for that revenue to drop down to the bottom line so you can have profit so you can build wealth for your family.
Yeah. So y'all, Girl, that was a masterclass. Did y'all take notes or no? You might want to rewind, okay? Because she said a mouthful, and the biggest thing I talked about was mindset is the foundation of everything. And in short, business won't be sustainable if you don't truly believe that you can do X, Y, Z. If I don't truly believe that I can have a profitable business, a profitable podcast, an effective relationship, I'm telling myself it's not going to happen, and we're manifesting that negativity, if you may. Mm-hmm. So I want you to speak to that beauty professional who literally is a gerbil on a hamster wheel, octopus, all the arms, multitasking, trying to be a CPA or whatever y'all call it. And you know you can't. You in Zelle, you in PayPal, Stripe, what they call it, Cash App. Yeah. What do you want to tell that beauty professional who literally is trying to do it all but continues to stay stuck?
Yeah, so it's so interesting. I was here about 3 weeks ago doing a class, and you know, I take people through a mindset shift so that they can understand that you cannot wear all the hats. Yeah. I mean, you could, but do you really want to if it's going to take you 10 times extra to get that thing done, being that CFO and wearing that CEO hat? Yeah. So the mindset work that we did here was taking makeup artists through them being their own bookkeeper literally for 1 month. Woo! And showing them an example of how much thought process goes into making sure you have enough profit coming in, making sure you have enough revenue coming in, making sure you're forecasting what your payroll should be, and all of that in a short period of time. And you know what they said at the end? They said, get somebody else to do it.
Hold on. What's that realm? Get somebody else to do it. That was like, sis.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can try it, and this was on paper, right? So you can try it, but if you are on a hamster wheel, the biggest thing I say is, would you rather do 2 faces to pay me my fee, which is something that you absolutely love doing, or would you rather spend 30 hours? QuickBooks did a study and said that business owners spend 30 hours or more doing their bookkeeping without the proper education and support.
Girl, I love how you literally broke it down and you were tangible about, okay, how much is it do a face? $150. Okay, that's $300. Would you rather do X? And I'm making up numbers, right? Because some people charge $800 for the face, okay? Don't blame me, blame your mama. Oh, y'all, listen. So I love how you did that. You got on their level. Because sometimes, guys, and I'm a coach and a consultant, sometimes we talk over people's head to where they can't get it. So you don't have an education background, do you? I feel like you do. No. What made you say, okay, this is how I'm going to create this so they can get it? What was that shift for you that made you make that determination?
So it's so funny. So I graduated with my master's in accounting in March. Okay. And before I graduated, thank you. Before I graduated, I said, I need to take a sales class. I need to understand the theory of sales, understand the theory of messaging, and figuring out how to craft offers where it makes sense so it don't go over people's head. And 2 years ago when I started my business, that was the feedback that I got. Okay. It was like, you're speaking geometry to me, and I need you to speak layman's terms. Yep. So I took that feedback, and then I took the sales class, and I was like, I got to figure out how to get through to people so that it's not only about the technical aspects of accounting. So based on that level, you
humanized it. Yeah. And when you're brilliant, bright, and smart and articulate, we think, and I'm not saying everybody else ain't, but that's how we project out, but we have to get on their level. Yeah. I love that you did that. But one thing I heard you say, you went and got training or expertise. You invested in yourself with the advanced skill set and then figured out how to make it work. Yes. I love that. And the reason why I got Shay here is because I met her when I was working with Six Figure Spa Chick. We did an event together, and she just shined through everybody. Like her confidence, her sis came with lead magnets. She had books, y'all. She had tangible books. I was like, where the digital download, sis? She was like, nah, you got a whole book. You set yourself apart from everybody else. So tell me, because now the therapist in me is coming out. Tell me, is there any perfectionism that you had to struggle with? Wanting to be the best, wanting to get it done. Has that ever transpired for you?
So, you know how like when you start your first job in corporate, they tell you like, they ask you the behavioral question, what are 3 things what are your strengths and weaknesses? My biggest weakness was over-analytical, like being an over-analyzer and making, like, obsessing over the numbers, making sure everything ticked and tied, and making sure that I projected out perfection to the world.
Gotcha.
And to be honest, like, entrepreneurship is trial and error.
Girl, let me tell y'all what I think entrepreneurship, okay? Commercial. Don't forget what you about to say, but I got to interject. Entrepreneurship is a big hypothesis.
Yes.
Don't nobody know what they doing.
Yeah. Come
for my neck or come for your mama. Because this the thing, y'all. Don't nobody know what they doing. Yeah. Why do y'all think y'all see them emails that say the same thing, or y'all see that person going live, talk about they selling this and then they selling that? Because they're trying, testing, and tweaking. But this is what I love about it. They're not afraid to put themselves out there and get it not right.
It's the scientific method.
But evolve it. Yes, scientific method. Hypothesis. Y'all remember science? All right, I'll be quiet. Go ahead, girl.
So ultimately with my perfectionism, I had to tell myself that I have to show up as I am. And if people don't like it, so what? Like, I'll just have to move on. Woo! And I couldn't take the reaction of the person personally. Because I knew I still had internal work, and I knew that for me, like I've been seeing a therapist now for almost 9 years.
Woo! So my other guest said 3, y'all. She said 9.
9 years.
I love it.
9 years. So for me, I knew that I had internal work that I was doing. And based on that internal work, I couldn't let my perfectionism kind of stop me from seeing progress, because I would get stuck and then I would be stuck. And I wouldn't move forward. So the one thing, I forget what book it is, but in corporate, they talked about the minimally viable product, MVP.
MVP, yeah.
So making sure you can come up with something that works.
Yep.
And to your point, you iterate as you go.
Correct.
Right? So don't let perfectionistic behavior stop you from seeing progress in your business, which will also stop you from seeing progress in your bank account.
Say that one more time for the people in the front. Because sometimes the people in the back taking notes, but the people in the front, they ain't getting it. What you saying?
And so you can't let your perfectionism stop you from seeing the progress, right, in your business, which will ultimately stop you from seeing the progress in your bank account.
Cha-ching. So here's the deal. I love everything that you're sharing, and I know that people are like, what do I Google? Where do I find her? And she got on her brand colors, y'all. Okay? When you see the color, you better know what's up. So let everybody know where they can find you. And what do you have on the horizon to help beauty pros, beauty professionals, and those who need your support?
Absolutely. So I have 2 sister companies. The first company is the Money Council, and that is for one-on-one monthly accounting services and tax services. So if you need your taxes done by a professional, that is where you'll go. And you will go to Instagram at the Money Council, council spelled COUNCIL, to follow me there. On the horizon, like I said, I have 2 sister companies, DigiSuite Council, DBA, doing business as CEO Finance School, which is going to launch here in January. And that is an affordable, an affordable way for you to learn how to do your bookkeeping on demand without the one-on-one support. Okay. So go to, if you're advanced and you're like, I don't want to DIY nothing, the Money Council is for you. But if you have a little bit of patience and you want to perfect what your bookkeeping look like so you can be a better CEO, then DigiSuite Council is going to be for you.
Woo! Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something, okay? Because I'm hearing her explain and articulate Sis is not playing with y'all, okay? So here's the deal. Okay, let me stop. You like, no. I love it. So thank you so much for being here. Guys, we are here at Pop Up and Create, multi-purpose content creation studio. She was here teaching a class with another project. We're here shooting our content with Accountability on Demand podcast. So if you are thinking about starting a podcast, creating content consistently, and you need support, definitely tap in. We'll have all of Shay's information in the description. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And then one last thing, what is your word for the new season?
Ooh.
Just one.
For me, my word is perseverance.
Perseverance. And tell me why.
Because I feel like we know what entrepreneur being trial and error, to be honest, like I was really ready to sell the Money Council and focus on DigiSuite Council.
Wow. Okay.
But I was like, there's beauty in me keeping my clients on the Money Council because that's a set rate, but I need to persevere to make other offers for the folks who still need the accounting services, but aren't quite ready to invest in the level that they need it. So I'm persevering through creating this separate, this brand I had in my noggin for 2 years, but it's now coming to fruition.
Awesome, guys. And one thing I heard her say, they're not quite ready. She didn't say they couldn't afford. We can pay for anything that we want, but sometimes we're just not ready, right? And so my one word is emotions. Okay? Emotional. Oh, my bad. I forgot where I was. I think you're laughing. The reason why I said the word is emotions because sometimes we compartmentalize our emotions and we put it on a little shelf because we don't want to feel, deal, and heal. And even though we're talking about business, you can't do business without life. And if you're not showing up fully in life and feeling through it, everything's going to be an emotional roller coaster. So that is my word for this new season. I want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And guys, we'll see you next time on the Accountability on Demand podcast. Hey guys, LaShawna West here, owner of Pop Up and Create. I'm so excited that you're tapping in to our multi-purpose content creation studio. At Pop Up and Create, it is a creative's haven. Co-working, photo shoots, podcasts, events, the whole nine. So if you're wondering, where do I go to create? Pop Up and Create.